3. Good afternoon, teacher. Today we are going to present our lesson plan. Our lesson plan is for the Angelitos de Saber High School. The grade is 7th grade, parallel C. The age of the students is 11 years old, and the English level is 82.2. The number of the students of this class is 38. The time we spend in this class is 40 minutes, and the topic that we choose is means of transportation. We choose this topic of the module number 2 of the Ministry of Education book. The objective is the students of the 7th grade of the Angelitos de Saber School will be able to identify means of transportation using didactic material and create short sentences with 80% of accuracy. We choose this objective in order to create a good environment or English environment in which the students can develop their skills to create sentences using the means of transportation that learned in the class. The methodology is the ESA. The materials that are used in this class is the flashcards, audios, boards, the board and markers. The vocabulary are train, boat, bike, motorbike, airplane, helicopter, cab, and bus. The first stage is engage. We spend 5 minutes in this stage. The stage part is the stage in which the students start to thinking in English before to learning a new English content. For the activities that in this part, we have the present the flashcards and the audios of the students. This is the different flashcards that we select to the means of transportation and the sound of the flashcard. The first is the train, and we have the sound. The second is the boat, and the sound is the next. Okay. Also, in this part, we can ask different questions to the students. What means of transportation have you used? And what means of transportation do you use to get to the school? The students' activities is students look at the flashcards and make notes about each of the means of transportation. Students listen carefully to the sounds of the means of transportation that present in the flashcards. And the last is the students respond one by one the question asked by the teacher.
Okay, the second stage is study, in which the teacher teach new words or new topics and help the students to understand the topic better. Eh, in this stage, the teacher pronounce the words of each means of transportation and ask the students to repeat each word. And then the teacher explained about the types of means of transportation that have, and the students need to put attention on that explanation. And also the teacher asked students thinking in a type of transportation that is environmentally friendly. And then the students need to share their ideas with the whole class. And finally, the teacher models some examples using the vocabulary. And then the two students pass to the front and write 2 examples with their own ideas.
Well, the last stage is the activate. This phase is where the students apply what they have learned. In this case, the students are able to create the sentences on their own. The first activity is the teacher asks the students to draw on a sheet of paper their favorite means of transportation. Based on their drawing, the teacher asks them to create 5 sentences as in the example presented earlier by the teacher. And the students draw their favorite means of the transportation and form their own sentences based on the teacher example. The teacher asks the students to come to the front and share their work with the whole class and write on one of their sentences on the board. And the students move to the front and share their work with the class. And finally, the teacher review with the students some of mistakes made and give brief feedback on the topic. And the students correct their mistake and pay attention to the feedback given by the teacher.
Well, then we have the closure. The closure, it is very important because provides teacher with the opportunity to conduct a brief final review of the lesson and to check and confirm that the student's learning has occurred at the conclusion of the lesson. For this purpose, we have used 2 questions for the end of the lesson. What did you learn today, and what means of the transportation did you learn today?
Okay, now I am going to talk about curriculum adaptation. Curriculum adaptation refers to the process of modifying and exit a curriculum to better meet the needs of a specific group of learners or a particular education context. These are activities that certain students need when they have physical disabilities or learning problems. Well, I will use the activate stage that my partner explained, and in this case, the teacher asks the students to draw their favorite transportation. Okay, in case the student has difficulty drawing, we as future teacher can provide the students with pictures that the teacher could, for example, this, from newspaper or magazines. And then we can also provide the materials to the students, remembering that not all the students have the necessary materials. And we can give the students, for example, colors. In the case of visually impaired students, the teacher will ask one student to help by drawing a picture of the other student, and students need to be encouraged to help classmates in it. And well, a student should then present the drawing to the front of the class. Anyway, students who have difficulty standing up can present their pictures at their seat. No problem. And teacher can write the student sentences on the board. Well, some students will need feedback after the activity, and so the teacher can do this in small groups or individually. Finally, the teacher can praise the students' effort, give advice, and congratulate them. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, for this lesson plan, we have different components. The first component is the materials. The necessary materials. This is necessary in the class because with this can create activities or didactic activities in order to create a good class environment. Also, we have the second component that is the clear objective. The objective is very important to plan or to create at the beginning of the class because with this can reach real goals and can achieve this objective to the students.
Okay, I can now let's back that was the vocabulary. That's important because it helps the teacher to know the previous knowledge that the students have before the lesson, and also have as a guidance to know what we need to teach in the class. Also, it's helpful because students know what they learn in the class.
Well, the fourth component is the direct instruction. It's the part of teaching that is led by the teacher. This means that the teacher presents all the instruction to the class. And the fifth component is the student practice. It's where the students receive instruction from the teacher and perform various types of school activity based on the instruction given.
Then we have the sixth component, is closure. The lesson closure principle allows the students to demonstrate to teachers that they have learned the content that has just been taught. This component can also help teachers identify students who need additional support with the content and if any misconceptions need to be clarified.
The seventh component is demonstration of learning. It's an individual activity in which students show their knowledge, skills, and understanding of the learning class. For example, a quick assessment. Thank you.